What's up you guys, welcome to another Java tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to learn how to implement a linked list data structure, and we're also going to learn a bunch of cool common methods that are associated with the linked list data structure. And by the end of this tutorial you will also learn when is the best time for you to use a linked list data structure. So enough me talking, let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing we got to do is import it because Java is stupid, it can't do anything on its own. So import java.util.linkedList. Boom, we have it. So the second thing we got to do is learn how to declare it because we need it. So to declare a linked list data structure, all you got to do is this. Type in linked list and then specify the type. In this case, it's going to be a linked list made of a bunch of integers, and name it whatever you want. I'm going to name mine numbers and set it equal to new linked list. Boom, we have it right here. So guys, in this line of code right here, you basically created an empty linked list. So guys, there's two things that I want to throw at you. The first thing is whenever you declare a linked list, you need to use the class name and not the primitive type. If you guys forgot what the primitive type, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So if you went ahead and typed in int, Java is going to give you an error because you're saying, hey, you stupid programmer, you can't use the primitive type because I'm not built this way. So you need to use the class name each time you declare a linked list data structure. And the second thing that I want to tell you guys is this. Every time you create a linked list data structure, you can't set it equal to a bunch of numbers because this kind of data structure can only add one element at a time. You can't set it equal to a bunch of elements like an array. So whenever you want to add elements, you can only add one element at a time. So these are the two things that I want to throw at you. So let's go ahead and learn a bunch of cool methods that are associated with the linked list data structure. So let's create our for loop real quick because we don't want to use the add method like 100 times, so we might as well create a for loop for it. And let's go ahead and pass an I. And what this for loop is going to do is basically run 10 times, and it's going to add the numbers 0 to 9. So and let's go ahead and print that out. System out print line and pass in numbers. So let's go ahead and run that. And as you guys can see, it added the numbers 0 to 9. So there's two things that I want to point out. Guys, you can notice that everything is in order that they were added in. So it first added 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then so on and so forth. So in a linked list data structure, order matters. And the second thing that I want to tell you guys is this. Check this out. Numbers dot add 0 and run this. And as you guys can see, it added 0 in the beginning and 0 in the end, and that tells you that this kind of data structure allows you to have duplicates in it. So two things to know about the linked list data structure: it allows you to have duplicates in it, and everything is in the order that they were added in. And now let's use the remove method to remove a bunch of elements. So let's go ahead and type in numbers.remove, and let's remove the 0th element. This is just basically for the index, if you guys couldn't guess it. And embarrassing, I forgot to print numbers out again. Let's go ahead and run that again. Boom. And as you guys can see, it took the 0th element that already existed here. And not only did that, but it shrinked it by 1 because, it's a cold data structure. And let's go ahead and learn about another method called set. And what set allows you to do, I'm just going to show it to you real quick. Set 0 to 100, and let's also go ahead and print that out again and run that. The set method basically takes an index and it takes the thing that you want to replace it with. So it said, okay, in the index of 0, I'm going to replace this spot with 100. Simple enough. And there's another method that I want to tell you guys about, which is called the get method. And what the get method allows you to do is basically, I'm going to show it to you right now. It's really easy to get. use the get and specify the index. In this case, let's just go ahead and put in 0. And what it returns is basically the value that are associated with this index. So let me just run this, and it said, okay, it's 100. So it said, okay, where is the index of 0? Oh, here it is. I'm just going to return this value back. It's as simple as that. And the last method that I want to show you guys is this. If you go ahead and type in numbers.size and run this, it's basically going to print out the current size of the linked list data structure. These are the 5 methods that I wanted to show you. And guys, when in the world would you use a linked list data structure? So guys, remember this. Whenever you know that you're going to be adding and removing elements all the time, that's when you want to use a linked list data structure, because a linked list data structure is so efficient at adding and removing elements all the time. So when you're going to use a linked list data structure is when you know that you're going to be adding and removing elements all the time. So guys, in this video, you've learned how to declare a linked list data structure. You've learned a bunch of cool methods that are associated with the linked list data structure, and you also learned when is the appropriate time to use a linked list data structure. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.